Hello and welcome to this exciting world full of discoveries. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to taste music or see sounds as colours? This isn't something from a sci-fi movie, but a real brain condition known as synesthesia. Cool, right? Today, we're going to dive into this amazing topic, discussing top 10 facts and unexpected advantages. We're going on an interesting trip, talking about the top 10 things you should know about synesthesia and the unexpected good things about it. Our 10th topic is the science of synesthesia. Synesthesia is a special situation where when one of your senses is activated, another one reacts too. Think of it like mixing up senses. Imagine the connections in your brain getting tangled up, causing a surprising mix of senses. It's like a real-life moving mix of perceptions, where what you see, hear and think mix together into one experience. It's as if the links in your brain have gotten mixed up, causing your senses to blend. At number 9, different kinds of synesthesia. Synesthesia is a unique brain condition. It's a Greek word that means seeing things together. There are more than 60 types of this condition all over the world. Some people see colours when they read or hear numbers. This is called grapheme colour synesthesia. Some see colours when they hear music or voices. They have what's called chromesthesia, another common type of synesthesia. This amazing condition makes the world a lot more colourful for those who have it. The most common types are grapheme colour, where people see colours with letters or numbers, and chromesthesia, where sounds, music or voices cause people to see colours. Number 8 brings us to the genetics of synesthesia. This strange but interesting condition is often found in families, which could mean it's passed on through genes. Synesthesia happening is part of the amazing complexity of our genes. The genetic factor makes understanding this condition even more complicated. This makes it even more interesting. Even though we see it often in the same families, we don't know exactly which genes are involved. We don't know exactly which genes cause it, which makes studying synesthesia a thrilling and puzzling field. This makes it a hot topic for ongoing scientific research. Script section, let's talk about number 7, the brain of a synesthete. In simple terms, a synesthete is someone who experiences the blending of senses like hearing colours or seeing sounds. Isn't that amazing? Recent research has shown that these people have more of a certain type of brain matter called grey matter. This grey matter is found mostly in particular areas of their brain and helps them to have these cool sensory abilities. Not just that, but studies also show that their brains have more connections, which might explain why their sensory experiences are so intense. Coming in at number 6, synesthesia is consistent. This exciting thing is when people connect things in the same way every time. For example, if you have synesthesia, you mix up your senses differently from most people, like seeing certain letters in specific colours. Imagine seeing A, B, C in different shades like a rainbow. If someone with synesthesia sees the letter A as red, they will always see A as red. This unchanging part makes this condition very reliable. Landing halfway on our list at number 5, we explore the interesting link between synesthesia and memory. People with synesthesia have a special mix of senses, like seeing sounds or tasting colours. Interestingly, they often have better than usual memory skills, especially related to their unique synesthetic experiences. This memory boost is important. It might be because of the extra sensory experiences they have, which helps them remember things better. This might be because the added sensory experience acts as a memory helper. Next up is number 4, synesthesia and creativity. Synesthesia is a really interesting thing where one sense, like seeing or hearing, triggers another, like taste or touch. Many famous creative people, such as artists, musicians and writers, have had synesthesia. This makes us wonder if there's a link between synesthesia and being extra creative. Imagine if you could see colours as sounds or feel sounds as touch. It could give you fantastic ideas for creating art. Extrasensory experiences like this could be a big help in finding inspiration. In the 3rd place, we have the age of onset. This interesting mind event called synesthesia usually starts when kids are very young, around 3 years old. Studies show that it doesn't just stop or go away over time, instead it stays with the person all their life. This steady pattern over time helps make the case that synesthesia isn't just a random thing. It's thought to be a basic and deep-seated part of how a person's mind works. Number 2, synesthesia is more widespread than you know. This is a cool thing where your senses mix together and you experience things differently. You'd be surprised to know Almost 4.35% of people all over the world might have this. That means almost 1 in every 23 people. There are many ways this shows up, like seeing specific colors for numbers or tasting different shapes. But a lot of these people don't even know they have it. They think everyone else sees, hears, and tastes the world just like they do. Wrapping up our list at the top spot, the perks of synesthesia. Synesthesia is an interesting event in our brain where our senses mix together. Instead of just seeing or hearing something, a person with synesthesia might also taste, smell, or feel it. It's not a sickness, but a special way of sensing things. These people might see colors when listening to music, or taste something when reading words. This unusual mix of senses can help improve memory, boost imagination, and increase understanding of others' feelings. It's a fascinating subject to learn about. Having synesthesia can be a real advantage for those who have it. So, to sum it all up, today we've learned about an interesting thing called synesthesia. We looked at the different kinds of synesthesia, where it comes from, and how it can be a good thing. We learned about how the brains of people with synesthesia are special and how it could be passed down in families. We also found out that synesthesia doesn't change over time and that it can even make memory and creativity better. It reminds us that people can see the world in many different ways, which is awesome. Thanks for coming with us on this exciting trip into the world of synesthesia. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of synesthesia. We've delved into the science, the types, the genetics, the brain, the consistency, the memory, the creativity, the onset, the prevalence, and the benefits of this fascinating phenomenon. If you found this video informative, don't hesitate to hit that like button. Your support encourages us to bring more such fascinating content to you. If you're not already part of our community, consider subscribing. We regularly bring you content that's as intriguing and enlightening as what we discussed today. And who knows, you might just stumble upon a topic that you never knew would captivate you. Lastly, if you know someone who might find this video interesting, do share it. The beauty of knowledge is that it grows when shared. And the more people we can bring into these enlightening discussions, the more diverse and rich they become.